feel about the cat hat, you guys? Do we like the cat hat? I crocheted it, and I think it's cute. So we're gonna leave that at that because we're having a bad hair day. Hey you guys, it's Ebony. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. So I am back with another book haul. I know. I don't know why. For those of you who don't know, I am still currently trying to rebuild my book collection. I had unhauled a bunch of books, and I'm talking probably upwards of 100 books I got rid of. And there were just things that I read, things I didn't enjoy that much, things that were old, and things that my adult self isn't really interested in. That is the reason I have been making all of these book haul videos. I started with literally not having enough books to even fill my bookshelf. Now I'm to the point where I like filled my little bookshelves, but I'm planning on building bookshelves here above my bed, so I need content to fill those with. That is my summer project, so this should be interesting. And we'll see if I get it done or not. I'm really curious as to see how that goes. So I do have a couple packages here from Amazon. You see, while I do love shopping at Barnes & Noble, we all know that books at Barnes & Noble are literally whatever price is written on that book is how much you're paying for it. But you know, you can go on Amazon, you guys, and get books for cheaper. You just don't get that instant gratification. You gotta give it a couple days. At least with Amazon Prime, I have a little more instant gratification because I know it's only gonna take 2 days to get to me. So we're gonna go ahead and open these, but before we open these, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the books that I did pick up from Barnes & Noble. We all still love Barnes & Noble, you know? We could be saving more money, but it's the experience of going into the bookstore and grabbing everything off the shelf, and that's really what we like about it. But to start off today's video, we have On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous by Ocean Vuong, and this book is about a son who is writing letters to his mom who is unable to read, and he's digging up the history of his family from before he was born, which was rooted in Vietnam. And this book goes to talk about the love between a mother and a son, while it also explores themes of race, class, and masculinity, and it all kind of confronts those. And I've heard a lot of good things about this book. I'm not quite sure if it's a tearjerker, and I'm also confused as to whether this is fiction or nonfiction. Like, I don't know if this is based upon true events or it's written purely as fiction, or maybe even a mix of both. It's a shorter book, it's not too long, and I definitely am excited to get to reading this one. Peeling this sticker off, you guys, because you can't see the author's name. I hate when they do this. Why do we have to have this sticker? Alright, the next book on the list is The Theory of Not Quite Everything by Kira Ganode. Again, I'm probably butchering these names, but let's not talk about it. This book follows siblings Mimi and Art, who had just tragically lost both of their parents. And while Mimi is like all into supporting her brother and being all about her brother, she's kind of ready to branch out, and she kind of wants to go looking for love. And then apparently in this book, the man that she does find, her brother, he feels like something's off. Now, the back doesn't really give away like in what kind of sense something's not right. Maybe if the guy was just lying, or if it's something like crazy. I do not know. But it sounds like it could be kind of wholesome and lighthearted, and while I do like buying popular books, I've also been trying to kind of branch out and get books that not everybody's reading right now, or not everybody's talking about. While it is nice to know that books are going to be good, at the same time I want something that I haven't heard about all over the internet. And I really haven't heard much about this, so hopefully this book is pretty good. Alright, so the next book up on the list is Misfits by Ellie Kennedy. This is the same author that wrote The Deal, which I still have not read that series yet. And this book follows a guy whose mom is marrying like some super rich guy, and now RJ is getting sent to like a preparatory school because obviously she's marrying this rich guy now, so what do rich people do and where do rich people go to school? Preparatory school. But RJ doesn't really feel like he belongs. He's kind of a hacker. I believe it's an all-boys school. And now RJ meets a girl, Salome. But now Salome is like the forbidden one. Salome is the headmaster's daughter, and she's sworn off boys, wants nothing to do with them. So this book kind of goes about these two, how they meet, and their little romance. I'm kind of excited to read this. I don't know, I love like preppy private school settings and stuff like that, so I think this book will be really interesting, very different from what I read. Next up on the list is a series. You guys probably have already heard so much about these, so I'm not going to get super crazy into them. So the series I want to start is the Twisted series by Anna Hong, and I've heard such great things about these. No, I did not go crazy and buy the whole series. I just bought the first and second book. Therefore, if I like the first, I can just go ahead and jump into the second book and then go on about ordering the next ones if I feel necessary, but I need to have some restraint. I need to not order the whole series of books or buy the whole series of books, because if I don't like the first book, I'm not gonna read the rest. And there's no point in owning full series if I'm not gonna end up reading them if I don't like them, so I don't wanna like bear the risk and waste the money. So this is brother's best friend trope. I'm pretty sure her brother's moving away but has his best friend watch over her, and I think they end up moving in together, something like that. that. I'm not even really a romance girl, but we're trying to get into something different. We're trying to find something, step outside our comfort zone. Everyone says there's like a really big plot twist you don't see coming, so excited to see what that might be. The next book on the list was Stone Cold Box by Rachel Collar Croft. The main reason I picked this book up was because the cover was so pretty. This was in their new release section, and then when I read the inside, I was like, okay, this sounds like it's a book for me. But this book is about a girl named Bia, and what she's trying to do is escape her dark and twisty path by marrying filthy rich. Like, she wants to marry the top of the top, like the wealthiest family she can find. She wants to marry and get that money. And now over the years, her mom has kind of taught her how to swindle men and how to get her way with her womanly charm. And so she's found the man that she wants to take on. She's found the man that she wants to marry, and that man is Colin. And now she thinks the hard part is gonna be getting the ring, like, you know, impressing the family, impressing Colin. The person that actually happens to be the biggest problem is Colin's best friend, Gail.
Bruh.
And now the last part of what Gail is finding out is kind of unclear, and that's what we're gonna find out in this book. The summary comes down to, who is she gonna be? Does she wanna be like mother, like daughter? Now, will this girl who spent her entire lifetime conning people with her mother continue on this path, or will she actually change? This book sounds really, really good, and I'm very excited to read it. I don't know why. I think it's just the aesthetic. Like, the cover is so gorgeous, and I'm kind of just obsessed. Like, and then the side, oh my god. I love when side bindings have like the bright color compared to the cover. It's beautiful to me, and I love it. So this is the last book that I got from Barnes & Noble, you guys. Before we move on to the stuff that I ordered from Amazon, I want to throw in some honorable mentions, and these are my book of the month picks that I bought, but I currently don't have on my person yet. But the first book that I got from book of the month was Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfeld. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read the quick take on this because I don't want to read the whole summary. 2 minutes to showtime, romance, check, comedy, check, midlife crises, workplace antics, big feels, and feminism, check. But yeah, if you guys want to read it, I will put the summary right here for you, and you can take a second to read that. Just pause the video now. All right, so then the next one up on the list is Adelaide. And now this book is a contemporary fiction novel. And now the quick take for this book is this raw, wrenching exploration of a toxic relationship and its aftermath doubles as an ode to the power of self-love. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the summary on the screen for you guys now. So go ahead and take a second and pause and read through that. So yeah, those are the books that I got from Book of the Month. I just don't currently have them on me, but they should be in my hands within like the next week or so, but I'm just recording this video too early. All right, you guys, now it's time for the fun stuff. Where are my scissors? All right, and now it is time for the fun stuff, you guys. Now what could be in these boxes, you might ask? I will say, there's definitely a 360 in this box. The books that I got this month are on like two entirely, I guess not entirely different fields. Definitely books that are not similar to one another. So we are gonna go ahead and open the smaller box first out of the two, you guys. Got my handy dandy scissors. Don't cut myself. Maybe that's enough. Oh, that's the first that's the first one we get to talk about. I'm so excited. I'm gonna give you guys just a little peeky peek. Okay, all right, you guys. So the first book is My Dark Romeo by Parker S. Huntington and L.J. Shin. If I do remember properly, I believe Parker is the same author that wrote Darling Venom, which is another book that I have not read. When I seen this cover, I had to click on it. There's no way that I couldn't click on it. There's no way that I couldn't go and read the summary and figure out what the book was about. So off the bat, cover had me sold. But now, wait. There's more. I'm going to read you guys the back of this book because this is what sold me. Like, after I read this, I was like, I don't even care about anything. This in and of itself was more than enough for me. Some Romeos deserve to die. It was supposed to be a harmless kiss at a lavish debutante ball, a clandestine moment with a handsome stranger. But unlike his namesake, my Romeo isn't driven by love. He's fueled by revenge. To him, I'm a chess piece, leverage, his rivals betrothed. To me, he is a man deserving of poison, a dark prince I refuse to marry. He thinks I'll accept my fate. Well, I plan to rewrite it. And in my story, Juliet doesn't die, but Romeo, he perishes. Like, hold on, can we take a moment? Because like, what did I just read? Like, why was that like the simplest said thing ever, but in like the most interesting way it's like been said. All I had to do was read the back of that and I was sold. And so I bought it. My Dark Romeo, you guys. All right, so the next book that I picked up, you guys, was Haunting Adeline, and this is the first book in a duology. From what I know, this is like a darker themed romance. So I would definitely look up the trigger warnings first before you hop into something like this. This is like a thick boy. I think it's around 550 pages long. This book features dual POVs, so you have the POV from the guy and also the POV from the girl. And we have two characters, one that's called the Manipulator and one that is called the Shadow. And what really got me, I don't know this is gonna sound really bad. I don't know why. I don't feel like I can say this out loud. So I read like a little excerpt of this book and it was like, little mouse. I was like, okay, so what we have here is a spicy stalker thriller romance. Do I need to say anything else? The back, the summary of this book does not give too much away. So if you guys want to know more about this book, I would definitely go read people's reviews. A lot of people like the spice but don't like the plot. There are very mixed reviews when it comes to this book, but I'm hoping that I really like this because I do like thriller stuff, and I feel like when I'm reading a thriller, it's easier to get into like spice and romance and stuff like that. So, Haunting Adeline. All right, you guys, and now inside here, inside this is what I am most excited for. This is the exciting box. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and open this because I am hyped. I am hyped. I think I bought the most expensive book I've ever bought off of Amazon. And now if that's any indicator of what this might be, leave your guesses down below, and I'll give you a second to leave your guesses down below. Now that I've broken the seal, I think not very well is the answer. Okay. So I'll give you a little. Ooh, okay. You just get a little sneak peek, you guys, okay? The next book that I got was The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I've heard nothing but great, marvelous, wonderful things about this book. And I'm not gonna lie, for a long time, I've seen people reading this and I had no idea what it was about. It was like, I looked at the cover and I was like, I don't even know what that would be about. Like, they say it's like romance and I was like, I don't know. And so I think I definitely like pushed it off for the longest time. Then once I found out that it's like a theme park romance, forbidden romance, or like enemies to lovers. Oh my god. So I was just looking up to like confirm that the trope was grumpy sunshine, which that is what everyone is saying is the trope, and here is grumpy sunshine, which I'm super excited about because I feel like that's the best, like when one person's like rah, and one person's like ah. I feel like I am the bubbly sunshine a lot of the times. I actually really like the grumpy sunshine trope. Anyways, I was going to look that up and somebody was like posted like an excerpt from this book and they go, no, because this man is so fine. And they have it like, have some of it annotated. And if that is the kind of spice that's in this book, I am so excited. I feel like that made me blush. Like, I feel like I'm blushing and I shouldn't be, so we're gonna put that away. Basically, Ronan and his brothers are being tasked with renovating this theme park that they got handed down when I think their grandfather passed away or their father passed away. And Zasha, who he actually hires to work at the theme park, but she doesn't know that it's him because he kind of is texting her under a fake name. And it goes about their little romance and all the spicy spice, and you know, I'm so excited. I feel like the premise of this book is really interesting, and the fact that there's not many books written about theme parks or kind of like Disneyland vibes, and that's what I feel like this book is giving. Alright, you guys, the last but not least, saving the best for last, the very last book that we picked up off of Amazon was the Mind series. So I'm a girl who loves true crime. My favorite person that does true crime on YouTube is Eleanor Neal. If you ever see this video, girl, I love you so much. Your videos are top tier. I love the content. I love true crime. I grew up on Criminal Minds. I have rewatched Criminal Minds, I would say at least 7 times. I loved Dexter. I thought Dexter was great. I liked watching You, all those kinds of shows. When I say this book was probably made for me, I think this book was definitely made for me. This book follows our main character, Lana, and now she is a serial killer. She is trying to get revenge on everybody that has done her wrong in her life until she stumbles upon this man, Logan. Now she starts falling for this guy. Little does he know that she is a serial killer. Funny quinky dink, he happens to be an FBI agent, but not just any FBI agent, but the FBI agent assigned to like her case. Her Murders. I believe this is about 5 novellas that are all put into one book. So it is a hefty, thick boy we got right here. It's just shy of 700 pages, so there's a lot of content in here. I'm not gonna lie though, the cover does kind of give you like Twilight vibes, even though it's not like Twilight. I will be quite honest with you guys, if I seen this in the store on a shelf, I probably wouldn't pick it up because we do judge books by their covers. There could have been a lot done. As an artist, as somebody who's wanting to go into illustration, I feel like there could have been a lot more done to make this cover stick out and to make people grab it off the shelf. But that's like another video for another time. Dang, do I want this on my TBR? I don't know. I feel like the pages aren't too big, but it's got nice like big, it's got really big font on it. So I don't think it'll be that bad. Maybe I should put this on my TBR. I'm such a mood reader that I feel like I shouldn't have a TBR. I should just have more of like hopefuls, because I feel like every time I make a TBR, I cannot stick to it to save my life. And I've really tried. But yeah, so the Mindfuck series, this is the last one I got, you guys. So these are all the books that I got from Amazon, you guys. I'm very excited to get into these. I'm hoping that this summer I can like knock out a bunch of books because I'll have a lot more free time because I won't be in school. And I feel like I'm just gonna read like it's nobody's business. All right, you guys, and that wraps things up for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Also, leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought. If you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts on them, how you felt about them, what your rating was for these books. Also, if you'd like to be updated every time I post, you can go ahead and hit that little notification bell. And then it's like we can be connected at the hip, kind of. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate you, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, Cub Scouts.